something for everybody. But I like to go out and talk to the youth specifically because we're losing a lot of leaders out there. Our next generation, right, is supposed to be led by the youth. But what happens when the youth are following the youth? And what happens if the youth are following the youth, but nobody's following truth? Then what our future look like, right? So I like to go out and educate people about, the whole origin of the pants sagging thing. I like to talk about HIV and AIDS, talk about the music industry, the artists that are out there that kids are looking up to but don't know not one thing about these people. You know what I mean? So, pretty much if you think about it, that's where our youth is headed. Everybody's chasing these vain pursuits, these false dreams, because they want to be the Lil Waynes, they want to be the Nicki Minaj's, and but they don't know anything about these people. They don't know about the educational side to these artists that they're looking up to, because that's not what they're presenting. You know what I mean? You look at Lil Wayne, swoop whooping, but wearing skinny jeans. Right? What's hard about that? That's just like me saying, you know what? Me and my cousin stay in this house, man. You know what? The light's about to go out, but you know what? I don't care. All we're going to do, we're going to light some candles and go to sleep. Can I make that sound hard? I can't make that sound hard, right? That sound... so I'm just saying, right? This is where our kids are headed, right? So I like to talk about the whole origin of the pants sagging because who knows where that came from? Jail? Y'all know, right? Jail, right? All right, so y'all roll with me for a second, right? We're gonna step back into the jailhouse real quick, right? All right. So we in the jailhouse. Yeah? Y'all listen up. We in the jailhouse, right? What you do to protect yourself in jail? You hit weights. You're going to work out, get big on them, you know what I'm saying? Swell up, beast on them, beast mode. So nobody won't mess with you because they're intimidated by your size, right? But not knowing in the jailhouse, they wear their pants low because that means that they what? Available. Thank you. So when these big buff cats get out of jail, the younger generation are looking for protection, right? So when the younger generation looking for protection, they look at these big buff cats that everybody's intimidated with. You know what I mean? So now they want to approach these older cats, these big dudes, for protection. And they see this big dude walking around just 50 cent size, you know what I mean? Pants hanging, but they don't know what it means because they're naive. They're not hip to the codes. You know what I mean? So now what happens is these kids say, hey, I want to hang with you, man. You cool. Ain't nobody gonna mess with you. They don't mess with you. They ain't gonna mess with me. Right? So, yeah, young buck, I got you. Come on in. You know what I mean? Not knowing the whole while that this big 50 cent size cat is a homosexual. Y'all with me? All right? So what happens is they draw these youth in, and now the youth are copycatting, and they're picking up this so-called swag with the pants hanging low, and now everybody's doing it. It's the craze. It's been going on for years now. So I took my kids, right? I said, if anybody gonna teach my kids, it's gonna be me. Y'all hear me? So I took my kids, let's go to YouTube real quick, right? Go to YouTube. Now some of y'all might be mad with me about this, but we gotta give them the real. I showed them some pictures of some big 50 cent size cats with some thongs on, posing. You know what I mean? They in the locker room, thongs up there cracking everything. Look, they posing. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep it real. You know what I mean? Because I don't want my kids to follow the next kid that don't know what's going on. They just gonna make it look cool. You can't give me no definition behind it. I mean, what is it? So, thongs up their tail, right? So then I took them back to the slave days, where they used to hang the black man and hang their pants down behind their behind to show that they was less than a man. You know what I'm saying? So I took them back into history with it. All this matters. Y'all feel me? All this matters. So in order, I tell my kids, I tell my daughter especially, because it's me and her right now, and I'm like, look, to be a good leader, you got to be willing to face challenges, you got to be knowledgeable about what's going on, and you got to be able to lead a crowd. To do right, you got a good leader and a bad leader. The bad gonna lead to do bad. The good gonna lead the good to do good. Y'all with me? So all this matters. So parents, I say this to you. Don't get too old for your kids. I love to say this. Do not get too old for your kids. I know everybody's watching Nicki Minaj and everybody's watching Lil Wayne and Rick Ross and everybody else. But this is my thing to you. Keep up with what's going on in the world because it's not going anywhere. I tell my daughter, hey, as long as it's clean, we cool. And my job is to go back and I'm going to do the research on these people because you ain't going to do it. I got you. Do the research, 2 Chainz, been to college, played college ball and everything. Went through her phone, she listened to 2 Chainz. I'm like, birthday, what is it? Birthday cake. Is that what it's called? Birthday cake? No. Birthday something. So I went and did the research and I broke it all down to her. You know what I mean? Talk about Drake, because I think Drake was on the song too, right? So Drake was on the song. Some of y'all know. So Drake was on the song. And I said, you know what? Drake just finished high school. You know what I mean? And he grown with money. So if we can have kids 8, 9 years old addicted to pornography and want to be hard and want to be a gang member, why? Because somebody else introduced it to them but didn't give them the end result to it. Where is our job as a parent to step in and say, hey, you know what? I got to put a restriction here, here, and there. But I make an exception here, here, and there. You know what I mean? So it's all about being a good leader, exemplifying that, and just speaking truth to save our future. Amen? Amen. All right?